we are now going to cover the new data mine for our Fates heroes. They are not expected to be good, so if you were looking for some amazing heroes, unfortunately, it's not this banner. And most of the stats were already revealed, so we're not really doing much except for going over boons and banes. But if you are interested, we're going to do some comparisons and find out how good they truly are. So here they are: Psalm's Reflection Azura, Tragic Start Mozu, Puppet Master Yukimura, Diviner of Repu Hayato, and Sly Snatcher 6,000 pounds Candace. That's definitely her name. Oh god, that IV stat spread. What is that?
She got hit with the will treatment.
Well,
the Spring Linhart treatment.
I have no idea how people are going to use her. Anyways, per usual, we'll start with the free-to-play heroes, but we'll go over a quick overview of the stats first. So, real quick, HP 38, 40, 40, 39, and 38. Per usual, the HP stat spread is very low nowadays. It's basically the same pool over and over and over and over and over again. Keep doing this. All right, as for attacks, 45, 44, 46, 43, and 45. Again, very small variance, just a difference of 3 between the highest and lowest, again.
Yep. Attack tends to be quite high these days. You don't usually see it drop below, like, low 40s.
Yep. As for speed, 46, 46, 16, 45, and 36. So you either have speed, no speed, or your middling speed. That's always
it sticks
how it
out
is.
like a sore thumb there, unfortunately.
Yep. As for defense and res, that's where real variances happen. 18, 41, 33, 24, and 25. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. As for res, it's 28, 27, 45, 31, and 44. So yeah. All right, let's go over the heroes individually now. I don't think these stat spreads are anything crazy. They're more in line with 2024 stat spreads. We'll start with hero number 1, Sly Snatcher Candace. She has 38 HP, 45 attack, 36 speed, 25 defense, and 44 res. Boons and banes, please.
Yes, so Candace is should be a 182 infantry, colorless archer. She has a super boon in attack, but super banes in HP, defense, and res. So you want that attack super boon, and that does take her to 49.
No, you don't want anything. You don't want anything to do with her. That's the more accurate thing to say.
If you, for whatever reason, want to use her because she's funny, or because you're, God forbid, attracted to her, then you take the attack boon and ascend res, basically.
Chad, I like MILFs, but not this kind of MILF. All right. More importantly, here is her kit: Lucrative Bow, plus effect against flying foes. At start of turn, if unit's HP is 25% above, grants null up and null panic to unit for 1 turn. Wow, that's basically what Azura does.
Yeah,
okay.
Literally the same 2 statuses.
And if unit's HP is 25% above, grants attack speed plus X to unit during combat. X was number of bonuses, effects active on unit, and penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat bonuses and stat penalties times 2 plus 5. That's actually really good.
It is. It's the same as Windcatra's White Wind Bow, which is a really good inheritable bow.
Damn. That's pretty significant, chat. If you have an archer that has speed and you want to utilize them, here you go. Funny enough, Candace does not utilize this well because she only has 36 speed base.
Yeah. Yeah, she brings a good bow, and yet she doesn't use it. There's some irony to that.
All right. Well, it's a good bow, good general bow. Null panic, bonus penalties. You guys know what it does. What else does she have? Well, she has Chilling Wind and Glacies. Oh, God. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. And she has
res-based. That's good.
Oh my god, you don't have to kill Yogurts anymore. Sorcery Blade. Well, you already didn't have to kill Yogurts, but you definitely don't have to kill Yogurts anymore.
You don't have to kill Lapis anymore.
Yes.
And you don't have to rely on, like, oh god, I hope I get a Lapis for XY Hexblade project.
Additionally, she has defensive flying.
Yeah, that skill could use a little work.
Okay.
I guess it means if you're running defense res play on her, you don't need to fodder, but still, it's like, who cares?
Well, I'm already immediately disinterested, and the reasoning is simple. We just got an archer just like this in terms of stat IVs.
Yeah, we sure did.
All right, first hero we're gonna compare with is Linhart, Spring Snoozer Linhart, which is why this is so weird that they're doing this, chat. 40 HP versus 38 HP, 2-point advantage for Linhart. 46 attack versus 45 attack, 1-point advantage for Linhart. 31 speed versus 36 speed, 5-point advantage for Candace. 25 defense, 25 defense, and then 46 res versus 44 res, 2-point advantage for Linhart. Why did they go back-to-back archers and make them so similar?
They even had Castor, who's obviously different, but 2 back-to-back GHB archers, and then Linhart right before that. So it's like, I don't know what they're thinking with this.
Well, I think if people pick, unless you really want to make Candace, Linhart's Ivy makes more sense to me. 31 speed is better than 36
pretty
speed.
much slightly better. I would say, honestly, the main difference is just he hits a tiny bit harder, and it's easier for him to meet ploy checks. 2 res is nice for that.
Yeah, that res advantage is the biggest thing, and 2 more HP as well, just for the bulk. So yeah, it's not a significant difference, but Linhart is earlier, so you can complete him faster, and the stat spread's slightly better. All right, now let's talk about the guy that everyone wants to forget about. Wait, it's not Castor that was had in mind. It was Will? Here's the free-to-play archer that demoted a while ago and nobody uses or cares about. Here's Will. 42 HP is 38 HP, 4-point advantage for Will, 45 attack, 45 attack, match, 34 speed, 36 speed, 2-point advantage for Candace. Will, what happened to your knees? How is someone like 3 times your weight outrunning you? Okay. 27 defense versus 25 defense, 2-point advantage for Will, and then 40 res, 44 res, 4-point advantage for Candace.
I will say she's probably better than Will stat-wise.
Sure.
Not that that's a high bar.
Yeah. She's probably more attractive than Will, too.
Oof. Damn.
Will looks so
catching
plain.
strays of all kinds. It is pretty plain.
This is going to go really fast. I don't really see who would make Candace to begin with, and...
Oh, just people like memes and obscure characters.
Yeah, because... we're talking about the best archer, free-to-play archer. It's still Dorothy, and it still makes more sense for most people. You would really want to have res, which is why this makes no sense. If you want to res, you go Linhardt, because he out-reses her, and he has a bit slightly more bulk. That's the only difference between those two. But if you want to attack, you would go Dorothy, because you just want to attack more, and if you wanted speed, you would still go Dorothy, because she's 7 speed more. So she's in the weird middle ground where it makes no sense.
Just so awkward.
Yeah. And in terms of the best free-to-play archer, I still think it's Serial. Best low-cost free-to-play archer. You can technically make Dorothy even better.
Especially in Arena, he can help you out a lot.
Yeah. So quick comparisons just say, Candace doesn't fit. She doesn't fit anything. The guaranteed archer is Serial. The demoted archer is Will, but she's slightly better than Will. But if it's GHB, it's Linhardt. And then if you do normal pull and want speed, it's Dorothy. Okay, there you go. Candace can join the squad with Oliver. That's so weird. The Chub squad.
The plump meme people, yeah. That would actually be funny.
I'm sorry, but what
I'm sure
gets
some
me
people
is,
are going to ask
why do you have
those too.
sub 40 SPD if you have technically NFU in your kit? What are they doing?
I think
not like this.
Wow, the bot actually said, what are they doing with such emotion? I think the idea is to fodder off for Dorothy. I think making Dorothy with that bow makes a lot of sense. If you don't want to have the arcane bow.
That is true. Yeah, it actually competes pretty well with the arcane bow too, I would say. It's very easy to stack a lot of attack and speed on it, which makes it pretty good.
Yes. So if you do this, then the null follow-up part makes way more sense. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
At least that sorcery blade is completely guilt-free foddering.
Yes. Well, the bow's good, but other than that, yes. Okay, next hero, we have Hayato, 39 HP, 43 attack, 45 speed, 24 defense, and 31 res. Boons and Banes, please.
Yes, so Hayato is a 179 BST Red Mage Infantry with attack and speed super boons, so that's really nice. HP res super banes. So at the very least, his offenses are going to be doing very well for you if you decide to pick up those boons.
Right. He 100% power creeps Urk, chat. So if you were thinking of making a speedy... Well, technically it was Urk and then it was Miranda, who's also bad. But it doesn't matter. The point is, red mages, in terms of ones with speed, this is the one. You don't have
Miranda was always kind of weirdly middling in speed.
Yeah.
He leaned into res more.
They released Miranda, Null, and Urk all in the same time period. It was weird. In just a couple months. Yeah. Okay, but that's not everything about him. I'm sure you guys are wondering what demoted, and officially it's attack speed ideal 3. Insane. People are not going to use Fury anymore and stuff like that. Just use attack speed ideal 3. Why? Because
you might as well.
As long as you have a bonus active on him, he gets attack speed +5. And with how many bonus heroes there are nowadays who just generate their own bonus, it's so easy. This makes me feel bad though, because I have certain heroes who's the guy with the stupid hat who has attack speed ideal? Oh no, that's attack speed 4. Never mind.
That's his. Oh, you're talking about Rickon.
Yeah, Rickon.
Muriel has attack speed 5-star though.
You have to 5-star that. So yeah, you can feel less bad.
Kagetsu at 4-star though as well, who has attack speed ideal.
Okay.
So either Kagetsu or basically summoning on red, you get 2 chances for demoted attack speed ideal now.
Right. So nowadays, ideal is really good on healers. For example, Makoto. Makoto's not a good hero, but if you want to make a cheap build for her, you would do this. The value here is really good as a result. So I already have attack speed ideal on Makoto. Why? Because with Doting Staff, you're not getting counterattacked anyways, and she's already adding attack and speed to her. Even though she doesn't have a lot of speed, the idea is stack it anyways since you can. So there you go. Like, healers use it really well. Heroes who self-buff themselves use it really well as well. So you have 2 options there. That's pretty big as to have ideal demote itself.
Windsweep, if you really need it, you can get it. I believe it's 4 stars on Zephyr, so you can dip into Grails there.
Right. But that's also good because if you made +10 Zephyr, you have another choice, and there's also...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You don't want to use Grails to get Windsweep. This is what we're saying.
Yeah, ideally not. So this is good.
Yeah, that's really nice. Now, is he worth anything? Let's find out. So, immediately, here's Urk. We're not gonna do the full comparison because it doesn't matter. He wins in everything but HP. 8 more attack, 6 more speed. It's the important part.
Yeah, even with Dragon Flowers, Urk cannot catch up, like, remotely.
Yes.
Urk is basically just waiting on a refine, which will happen in probably, if I had to guess, Urk will get his refine in a little under a year, maybe a little over, but somewhere around there.
All right, here's Seadoll, which was recommended. Now, Seadoll is a refresher, so it's not completely fair, but he is very well min-max. 40 HP versus 39 HP, 1 point advantage for Seadoll. 40 attack versus 43 attack, 3 point advantage for Hayato. 46 speed versus 45 speed, 1 point advantage for Seadoll. 21 defense versus 24 defense, 3 point advantage for Hayato. And then 25 res versus 31 res, 6 point advantage for Hayato. So mostly he has a res advantage, but outside of that, they're very close.
Yeah, Seadoll's stat spread, especially for a demote day, it's very impressive.
Right.
So if you're interested in him, then he works basically as well. I mean, his support utility, you can't really match it through anything because he's a dancer.
Yep.
So there's that.
All right, in terms of red mages, the close actual comparable is Hugh. Hugh is humongously bad, but it just puts in perspective because the reality is 45 speed versus 42, and then 43 attack versus 38, 5 point advantage, and 3 point advantage for Hayato. That's so much better. Hugh is bad. But in terms of red mages with speed at 5 stars, that was it for infantry ones. Unless you go for Nino, which is not going to be fair at all.
Although I think he pretty much keeps up with her, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has 2 more attack and 1 less speed. But again, it's Nino has good weapon.
Yeah,
Hugh does not. All right, peeps, here's Kvaser. Just to compare red mage to red mage. 40 HP, 39 HP, 1 point advantage for Kvaser. 44 attack, 43 attack, 1 point advantage for Kvaser. 47 speed, 45 speed, 2 point advantage for Kvaser. 17 defense, 24 defense, 7 point advantage for Hayato. And then 26 res was 31 res, 5 point advantage for Hayato. So as a whole,
basically in bulk.
Yeah, it's just in bulk. If we ever get an arcane red tome that actually takes advantage of speed, Hayato just became really interesting, but we don't have that now. And I know what you're gonna say. It's that crappy tome.
about the devoted basket.
Yes.
I mean, I still like it because it literally has the things you want in it. It has attack and speed. It scales your attack and speed based on your visible speed. And then it has pre-combat damage.
Yes, that's
So,
basically
I
what
still
you
like
got.
it. No. It's just a matter of if you have it or not, because I don't know if Selena from that banner was exactly popular to summon. But if you happen to have her, then it's a very good inheritable. But yeah, at the very least, we already have the fast blue tome. So it's either fast green tome or fast red tome next for tomes.
Right.
And Hayato will like the red tome for sure.
Right. Final comparable chat here is Robin, 45 speed, 45 speed, match, 46 attack, 43 attack, 3 point advantage for Robin. So again, this is really nice. He's comparing well towards a lot of 5-star mages. The bad part about building Hayato is it's Hayato. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his art, sadly.
Yeah, me too. Here is Yukimura with 40 HP, 46 attack, 16 speed, 33 defense, and 45 res.
Yes, so Yukimura is a 178 BST Dagger Cavalier of the colorless variety, with a super boon in attack, and then super banes in HP, speed, and res.
Okay. Well, this is going to go really quickly because there are no comparables for a hero like this.
Yeah, he is pretty much uncomparable. Like, it's hard to find anything. You'd have to dip into way different class types to compare him.
You know, I originally thought he was more like Merlinus, but Merlinus has 19 more speed.
Yeah, Merlinus is like, he specs a lot of stuff into HP and summon speed, and that's basically it.
Yeah, so not a comparable. He is officially the slowest dagger hero, by the way. Yukimura was going up against Xander for slowest dagger hero, which is insane.
That's pretty, man, I remember that Xander.
Yeah. So Yukimura, officially the slowest dagger hero in the entire game, beats Xander to it, and only loses by 1 defense to Xander, so that's really sad for Xander.
Wow. And of course beats it by like 1,000,000 in a res.
Yeah, the next closest hero chat is like Dozla, and these don't really make any sense. So yeah, there's no good comparables chat. Nobody else has this kind of bulk, that kind of stat spread as a dagger hero. Because this was requested, I'll show it, but no, it's also not a good comparable to Ginga Gap.
I can see why that person said that, but yeah, not a great comparable.
Yeah, 15 speed gap is significant. No direct comparable in colors daggers chat. We've tried, you saw them, not good comparable. However, leg yarn, dual leg yarn, 40 HP versus 40 HP, match, 44 attack versus 46 attack, 2 point advantage for Yukimura, 19 speed versus 16 speed, 3 point advantage for leg yarn. Leg yarn also has super boon in speed, but don't bother with it. 37 defense versus 33 defense, 4 point advantage for leg yarn, and 38 res versus 45 res, 7 point advantage for Yukimura. So that is your closest comparable in terms of just sheer stat spread.
He's incredibly min-max, especially for a cav unit.
Yep. All
I
right.
just wish his weapon reflected that.
Yes.
Just a little more.
Okay, well, this is close, but at least they're both daggers, but this is not a good one either. So Winter Mirabellis versus Yukimura. 1 point advantage for HP for Yukimura. 10 point advantage for attack for Yukimura. 1 point speed advantage for Mirabellis. 34 defense to 33 defense. 1 point advantage for Mirabellis. And 36 res, 45 res. 9 point advantage for Yukimura. But I guess that's the closest dagger comparison.
Basically, yeah.
Yes. All right, well, I don't know what to think about this character. There he is, Yukimura, chat.
He's interesting. He's about as weird of a unit as his puppet is.
Yes, I don't like him because he doesn't have all doubles or instant specials. If he had one or other, I would...
Yeah, that would have been nice. I'm just waiting for one of those two things to become easier to work with.
Yes.
Until then, it's going to be kind of... You have to slot him on a team that has a unit that's kind of giving him the support he needs.
Yes.
So, yeah. Ironic, because he's supposed to be the support unit.
All right, next is Mozu, the tragic start. 40 HP, 44 attack, 46 speed, 41 defense, and 27 res. This is so easy to do.
Yeah. So Mozu has 198 BST, so she is a trainee, and she has super boons in attack and speed, and an HP super. So at least her boons are good, and she doesn't only have like 3 Banes like the other people do, just HP. So that's nice.
All right, peeps, I'm gonna start here. Who would you rather use between these two?
No question. It's unless I'm doing like a Gale Force team, which I don't do, it's Sheeta every time.
Because when you think about it, Sheeta's not just stats. Mozu's essentially just stats. She has a little bit more than that, but
Basically.
Sheeta's more than just stats. They both seem similar because they both use bonus doubler, but Sheeta's just way better. Also, Sheeta has a perf skill, Believe in Love, which completely puts it in her favor. Also, she has defense res pledge. Mozu's kit is nothing comparison.
Yep. The one thing I like more about Mozu is I think that her buff is more unique. It's a lot harder to get the special charges buff than it is to get the orders buff. And it's also a nice wide range, but that's like the one thing I can say for otherwise she's better in everything else.
Yeah. So for those who forgot, this is Mozu's kit, but essentially she wants to fight on Divine Bane or have a lot of allies within 3 spaces. She is more self-sufficient than that. She does heal, she has true damage reduction, but so does Sheeta, so what the heck's the point of that?
Yeah. Or you can stick her next to a tree, that works too.
Okay, well yeah. Any kind of terrain that actually matters. And as for the kit itself, it's Bulwark, Oath, and Bonus Doubler 4, which is nothing in comparison to Sheeta. So that's the rough part about Mozu. She is coming after Sheeta, yet nowhere close to Sheeta.
It is a problem.
Does she have a training BSC?
She does. Like I said, 198. So she at least will score
so that's
more.
one advantage.
Yeah, has a little more stat points to work with.
Yeah, so if you plus 10 Mozu, then you might have some special kind of value there. But outside of that, I don't really see it.
Yeah, if you really like her, I mean, she's got a little bit unique going. And if you just want her fodder, I will say that attack speed Bulwark is a pretty good sort of side option. I think we talked about this last night for the bulky Omni tanks.
Yeah.
Not really because of the Bulwark effect so much, but it has damage reduction combined with healing as stats, and that's pretty nice. No condition for the damage reduction.
Okay. Well, you guys aren't voting, but everyone votes Sheeta, so fine. Anyways, 40 HP is 40 HP, match, 42 attacks, 44 attack, 2 point advantage for Mozu, 47 speed versus 46 speed, 1 point advantage for Sheeta. I would trade 2 speed, 2 attack for 1 speed on any fast hero, basically, so sure. 30 defense, 41 defense, 11 point advantage for Mozu, but Sheeta's deceptively bulky, so don't fall for that. And then 34 res was 27 res, 7 point advantage for Sheeta. And when you remember Sheeta's dual effective, Sheeta's just way better, so I don't really see the point.
Yeah. Against the enemies she's effective against, Sheeta gets way more true damage and way more healing and way more true DR. And she also has Omni Unity built in. So if you ever debuff her, she's going to catch up to Mozu's, for example, defense gap really quick.
So who is Mozu really up against? Because it's not Sheeta, she's not close enough. Probably like Tamara. Tamara really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Tamara has not aged particularly great, unfortunately.
Yeah, so peeps, if you do look at Tamara, so 37 HP versus 40 HP, 3 point advantage for Mozu, 41 attack versus 44 attack, 3 point advantage for Mozu, 46 speed, match, 46 defense versus 41 defense, 5 point advantage for Tamara, and then 23 res versus 27 res, 4 point advantage for Mozu. Their stats are really close, but Mozu should come out ahead versus Tamara.
Yep, yeah, I would say she, even to some degree in the support she offers, well, Tamara can technically do like a column-wide, what is it, the pulse effect. She can pulse enemies down, but it's pretty specific, and you have to be in a specific range, so it's hard to work with.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for Mozu chat. Unfortunately, no good comparables. Weird stat spread.
Yeah.
I think if you plan on making her plus 10, then she's going to be more useful than maybe if you're I don't know why someone would do that, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she is. Archetypes can be kind of popular, so I know they're just like with Donald and
okay. If you have a thing for villagers, I guess.
Time Error kills Emblem Ike BTW.
She has her fans.
Wait, Tomorrow kills Emblem Ike? I don't believe that. I have not seen that. I haven't even seen Tomorrow in like 6 months.
Maybe.
All right.
She does get a lot of true damage, but I don't know. I'd have to see the scenario.
I have to see it too, yeah. Here's Saizo, who was requested, and it's not really comparable. Saizo really loses in everything. Even if the 4 defense says, even if it says he has 4 more defense, he doesn't actually have 4 more defense once they're in combat and whatnot. Okay, well, Sans Reflection Azura, 30 HP, 45 attack, 46 speed, 18 defense, and 28 res. Doing some mains, please.
Yes. So, our good friend Azura here is an Axe Cavalier with 175 BST, and she has a Super Boon in Speed and Super Banes in HP, Attack, and Res.
Okay.
So she has the one good Super Boon, but you're gonna often be met with a Super Bane. Little unfortunate, but not the worst deal.
Yeah, I think she always is like this.
Yeah, come to think of it, Azura's never been, like, blessed with
Ignis Time Error, that damage is cracked.
Yeah, if you get the Ignis. Alright, Peepos, real quick. Mercy, Wing, Echo, no restrictions, just to confirm it. So if you're wanting to do Wings of Mercy strats, you can do it on anybody. It's really weird. Mercy, Wing, Echo is just Wings of Mercy 3, but I feel like they think it's so overpowered that adding anything additional on it would be too much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, because usually what they do is they do like a 3.5-ish thing. Like
Yes.
For example, for Attack Oath Echo, it has attack +6 and then the Orders effect,
yes.
which is like part of what a Tier 4 Oath does. But for this, they were just like, Tier 3 is exactly balanced enough.
She does slap Saizo. He does lose by a lot.
Huh.
There you go, chat, I guess, in terms of attack and speed.
The best comparison.
No, I don't really know what a good comparison is here, too, because Axe Refreshers, who?
Yeah, those are rare.
We're doing Peony, obviously, but like,
it
who
could
else?
be funny to compare to her Soiree self, the Performing Arts Azura.
Okay, that's kind of mess.
She's an axe.
Yukimura Azura and P Azura, they're both axers.
That's true.
Oh, she slaps Saizo, right? Thanks. All right, peeps. Here you go. Here is
Actually,
the Peony comparison.
I like the romance. Anyway, yeah.
4 HP versus 38 HP, 2-point advantage for Peony, 40 attacks, 45 attack, 5-point advantage for Azura, 45 speed, 46 speed, 1-point advantage for Azura, 25 defense versus 18 defense, 7-point advantage for Peony, and then 29 res versus 28 res, 1-point advantage for Peony. Peony is a lot more bulky because she has damage reduction in her weapon.
Right. That 40% first hit helps a lot.
Yeah, but the extra movement and the teleportation helps here too, so it'll be up to the player to decide what's more important.
She gives out dodge and Canto to her allies, as well as that warping. I mean, the dodge is, to be fair, only due to her B slot. It's a nice B slot to have on her Rock Slide Dance.
Yeah, chat. Flower carrying's still really good. I think Azura wins out in terms of overall support. Peony's definitely a better fighter, and she's better for tanking heroes.
She's also less likely to attack, unlike Azura.
Less likely to attack. 40 attack still triggers a lot of attack, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way I see it, Peony's better for savior teams and general battles, I think, and then Azura's way better for Gale Force teams, and I think for the reasons of summer duels, she's way more useful as well.
Yeah.
Cancel 1 on General Dreams is still really good. That's a lot of extra movement and teleportation.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think that if you really want to as well, you can... it's easier to justify running Threema on Peony because her weapon isn't quite as essential to her overall kit as Azura's. Because Azura gets all of her Canto, as well as her a lot of her ally buffs from her weapon, whereas Peony, she gets the attack and speed to her allies, and they're healing.
You say a lot.
Yes, I know, sorry. But you could get Peony's weapon a little easier to work with when it's Threema compared to Azura.
I like how you replaced the with this time. Okay.
Yes, I'm very creative, I know.
Here's Carla, chat, just for the heck of it. Not this Carla. This Carla. Spring Reveries, which, by the way, she just won. She won. Voting on it. Congratulations.
Congrats, Carla.
Yeah. So in terms of, wow, that's actually not bad. Spring Reveries Carla versus Song's Reflection Azura. 40 HP, 30 HP, 2 point advantage for Carla. 45 attack, match. 47 speed, 46 speed, 1 point advantage for Carla. 24 defense versus 18 defense, 6 point advantage for Carla. 22 res versus 28 res, 6 point advantage for Azura. They actually are so close.
This marks almost exactly a year, a little over a year, since they did the whole raising of the attack and speed thresholds, and Carla was one of the first units with that. So, yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yep, there. And here's our last one. I think this was the most sensible one remaining. Arcane. Arcane Rearm Lucina. 40 HP versus 38 HP. 2 point advantage for Lucina. 43 attack, 45 attack, 2 point advantage for Azura. 47 speed, 46 speed, 1 point advantage for Lucina. 31 defense, 18 defense, 13 point advantage for Lucina. 23 res, 28 res, 5 point advantage for Azura. She actually matches up offensively really well against the best Cav Axers.
Very much so, yeah. And of course, her weapon's a lot more bare bones in terms of what she can do in combat, but her stats really hold up offensively.
Right. All right. I think we got everything. Okay. Well, we're going to sum it up. Chat, voting time. Rate the banner. Let me know how good you think the banner is. I'll be honest, I think this banner is one of the easiest skips I've seen ever.
Yeah. Even if I absolutely love the characters, I would still agree that this is a skip.
Yeah.
It's just not quite ideal for what you want from a banner, frankly. Like, you've got some interesting fodder, got a little bit of uniqueness on some units, but it's just not anything that's unique enough to really warrant you spending your orbs on.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Except if you're a duels player, I could say a reason.
You have to be a
Azura.
really big whale point. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I would rather just wait until she comes back on another banner, because this banner just doesn't make sense. If you full pull on this banner, you'll get a bunch of Hayatos, really going to be ugly to deal with. And if you think about it, Yukimura and Mozu are really weird characters that most people will not appreciate or utilize correctly, and they might have better options or other options. Like, instead of running Yukimura, why don't I just run Legend Camilla, for example? It's not 100% the same, but...
You can run them together, but yeah, generally Camilla's going to be a lot more easy to use.
Right, and instead of Mozu, I can just run Shida, so...
Yeah, well, that one's very clear-cut. Like, I at least appreciate Yukimura for trying to be unique, but Mozu feels way too much like she's treading on what Shida already did.
Yeah, so yeah. Azura's basically on her own on this banner, and even Candace is bad. So, if I'm honest, this is one of the lowest rated banners I've seen in a long time. GHB, forgettable. Hayato, possibly usable. We don't have the resources right now, but maybe in the future.
Right, but in the future, and he has options at least, so he's not completely dead in the water.
Yeah, so it's really just about Azura and Hayato for me on this banner. So, wow, you guys are so generous. 4-star or 3-star? I think I think 2-star is more accurate, to be honest.
I'd give it like 2.5. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm skipping on the banner. Most people will too.
Yep.